People of YouTube! Yeah, buddy! Oh, I just got home from work, came upstairs to reload the old, that was my bum, but to reload the old friggin' RSST with a little bit of snaz. Got it sitting on the Proto Vapor. Love this combo, but soon it'll be upgraded. Just puts out the vapor, it's pretty good. I'm running a zero nicotine blend of, actually it's stuff I ordered from, I ordered the flavoring from Can Vape. It's banana, strawberry, and are you ready for this? Lemon. Banana, strawberry, and lemon mixed with vegetable glycerin. No nicotine, straight up kosher grade vegetable glycerin. It's delicious and it works great. So I made that myself. I used the calculator to put the right amount of flavoring in. I was warned if you use too much flavoring, it'll taste like skunk. If you use not enough flavoring, it'll taste watered down. So I got a program on my cell phone that you tell it, okay, I'm making a 30 ml bottle. I want to use these 3 flavors, and it says, okay, put this much cc's of VG into it, put this many cc's of this flavoring, this of this, and this of this, and you'll get the flavor you're looking for. Worked out, and let me tell you, for a zero nic vape, pretty good. Tastes really good. This video is not about vaping. I just thought I'd tell you guys what I did when I got home because I'm like that. Today's video is going to be about troubleshooting ethics. Something that a lot of people probably don't even realize exists, but all of us do it regardless of our occupation, whether it be computer programmer, computer repair, carpenter, plumber, electrician, mechanic, fucking garbage picker, whatever it may be. You're going to come across this stuff and it's all like... it's just common sense, mainly, right? But anyway, I gotta take a quick crap, and then we'll head her out to the garage, because I want to barbecue, because I'm freaking hungry. I haven't had supper yet, so let's freaking hammer down. Well, that was necessary. Why are you doing this to me? He's in retard mode. Look, you can tell. Look at his eyes. When you can see the white in his eyes, it means he's in, like, full-on retard mode. Right, Bobby? Yeah.
I don't know why he's jumping at me all the time.
Oh shit, potatoes are in the microwave, totally getting their boil on with some chicken soup. I'm telling you people, if you haven't tried it like this, like before you barbecue your potatoes, chop them up, throw them in a container, pitch them in the microwave for about 6 to 8 minutes, and put some chicken broth in there with it. The potatoes absorb the chicken broth, and it literally tastes like you're having like, oh, it just gives the potatoes this like rich chicken soup taste. That's just amazing. Like, oh, look at her slinking around. She's probably gonna attack Oreo if he keeps jumping at me. She had the look on her face, like she's looking, she's thinking about it, but she's getting annoyed with him jumping and chucking shit at me. Every time he lands, he crushes my foot. What a bitch.
Nope, 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 nope. Rawr, 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 rawr.
What a dog. But yeah, tonight what I wanted to talk about was the whole troubleshooting etiquette. I'm gonna use an example. You know, somebody calls me, not even at work, I'm at home. They called me and said, hey, Adam, I moved my modem from downstairs to upstairs, and now it's not working. What do you think could be the problem? Could the modem be dead? And I said, does the phone jack work upstairs? Well, yeah. What happens when you put the modem back downstairs? Well, I don't know. I haven't tried that. Give that a try and get back to me. Sure enough, they go downstairs, plug the modem back in, works fine. Doesn't work upstairs. So, obviously it's a problem with the phone jack, right? So they're like, well, what could be the problem? Well, something wrong with the phone jack. But it has a dial tone. It did 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, you didn't test it recently? They're like, no. I'm like, try it now. You know, give her a go now. Go up there and take a phone and plug it in. Oh, there's no dial tone. You know, simple things like that. And I know mechanics go through it. You know, they'll do a repair on a car and something's not right, and they'll forget the basics of put it back the way it was and then go through it again slower to see what the hell went wrong. Carpenters, same way, you know, they build a door frame, they take out a window out of a building, they go to put another window in, the window's not sitting right, even if they shim it, it still doesn't look right, it's crooked as fuck and they can't figure out what's going on. Well, they can't really put the old window back in, but they have their own troubleshooting methods, and a lot of the times people will forget them, and that's the issue. Like, when you're a professional in your trade, common sense still has to be applied, right? Mechanics have it, carpenters have it, freaking whatever your job is, computer programmers, network technicians, whatever your job may be, you have to keep common sense alive while you're doing whatever you're doing. Can't stop thinking. And even if you're doing something outside of your nature, such as replacing a battery in your car. You had an old battery in there, i.e. me the one year with my Trans Am. The battery, I charged it up, but it wouldn't last. So I was like, well, fuck it, time to buy a new battery. So I go to Walmart, bring the old battery in, get my 15 bucks core exchange, and get my new battery, come home, hook it up, all the power in the car works, you turn the key and there's nothing. Oh shit. Well, they tested the battery at the shop, that's right away what I thought, and it had 1125 cold cranking amps, so it should have more than enough juice to, like, you know, make the car go, start the car, crank the starter over. I think you only need like 400 amps. What is she doing? Look at, oh fuck, you missed it. I missed it. Spider-Man's up the steps, and that's like fun for her. But anyway, so sure enough, I hooked the battery up, couldn't start the car. What the hell's really going on? So I didn't know what the hell was going on. And oh, sorry, it wasn't the Trans Am. It was my old Ford Tempo. So, oh no, it was the Trans Am. I take that back. It was a Trans Am. Basically, wouldn't start. Didn't know what the hell's going on. Took the battery back out. Went back to Walmart. Said this battery's no good. They tested it and said no, it's fine. Like the battery's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Turns out the problem was when I put the battery in, I didn't tighten it. There was a loose connection, so it had enough power to power stupid, silly things like the light bulbs and. You know, like low draw amperage things, but the moment it came to turn over the crank on the friggin' starter, no, you know, wasn't enough snot there to do it. So I am also a victim of this not troubleshooting properly, because I came back with the same battery, threw it in the car. This time, instead of using my fingers to tighten the bolt because I've misplaced my ratchet, I went into the garage and grabbed a box wrench and used that, and I tightened the bolts down really friggin' tight, and then she started. Like a boss, no problems. I was like, well, frig's sakes. And I didn't even think about it, and I'm like, I wonder if it was because I didn't tighten it down. And sure enough, I talked to my mechanic buddy, and he's like, well, yeah, Adam. He goes, if you have a sloppy connection, it's not going to be able to transmit the amperes through. He goes, it might have started, but it could have arced and caused some other problems. You know, you could have damaged your battery or whatnot, and then not even to think about what happens with, because the red line off the alternator connects up to that same wire too, right, to the positive lead on the battery. The charger, he goes, you could have caused a low resistance fire, or not low, high resistance fire, because there wasn't enough pathway for the alternator's amperes to come through. It would have just built up a lot of heat on the wire and it could have burnt itself out. So he goes, that could have been a big problem there too. He goes, good thing you found it and you cleaned it up and it didn't start the first time, because if you would have drove around like that, you would have had a fire under your hood. He goes, the casing on the wire would have burnt off and it would have caused a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So knowing that is good, but it's like, because I tried to do it the lazy way and use my fingers to tighten the bolt, not thinking, I almost cocked over the program and caught the Trans Am on fire. Would it have went up in flames big time? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that stupid piece of carpet is underneath the hood, if it's flammable or not, but you know, I could have done a lot of damage there. But now I learned my lesson and I know where my ratchets are. I know what I need, a 10 mil friggin' socket, and I always use proper tools when working on the car. But normally I don't really do much work on the car because I'm not really mechanically inclined. I let other people do that for me and I pay them money or beer depending on what their currency is. Yeah, buddy. Didn't think I had that many potatoes, but I do. I think I'm going to roll this up like one of Pug One's splints. His little spinners, or what does he call them? Twisters or whistlers. Yeah, buddy. Nah, Pug One's whistlers look a lot better than this. Just saying. Friggin' thing was a little rough to start this time around. Fucking flames almost took my eyebrows off. No, they're still there. They're still there. Sweet! Holy, I think I need to bring these in the house and crush them and put them in the box of empty cans. We got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, $1.70 sitting right here in beer cans. Yeah, it's 10 cents a can. Gotta love that kind. So I know there are some of you out there who don't like the vaping stuff, and that's why I've been trying to not talk about it too much lately. Because, well, you know, some of you are like, the vaping stuff is boring because either you don't smoke or you don't want to even hear about it. Whatever the reason may be, that's up to you. That's not a big deal. I just know you don't like it because I see the videos where I do regular stuff and I shit my pants and I don't talk about vaping, and the like-hate ratio is not too bad. And then the videos where I'm talking about vaping and showing gear and clouds and all that, the freaking like-hate ratio is through the roof. Like at least 50% dislike factor. Friggin' awesome. And there were some comments made. There was one made by a guy called KD006, and he goes on about some fucking nonsense of you're vaping more than you've ever smoked and you're not gonna quit and stuff. Well, I did quit smoking. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. You know, I'm only taking in like, what, 3 to 4 chemicals off the vaping versus the 4,000 off the cigarettes. That's a bonus. And did it work to help me quit smoking? Yeah, because I don't smoke anymore. I vape. Big difference. One's a vapor cloud and the other one's cigarettes. So, and then he starts rhyming off some nonsense about Ohm's law and all that fucking horse shit. And I'm like, holy crap, bud. Like, what the hell? Like, this is the one problem I have with this guy is we used to go into hangouts together. He used to come in with Daddy Tech Ent and another guy and a couple other people, and you know, he seemed like a pretty cool dude. And then he goes and posts this like fucking horrible comment on my account telling me that I need to pull my G6 into the garage and run a hose off the exhaust system into the car, fire up the car, and like suffocate and kill myself. Like, not only is he telling me to kill myself, he's instructing me on how to do it. And for some reason, YouTube lets goofs like these go. They don't fucking do anything with them. So, to me, that's pretty bad. But, whatever, you know, what can I say? It's all about how you're brought up as a child, and obviously he was brought up like a fucking idiot. So, it's all good. No big worries, no big worries. You know, people like that, I usually just block and ban them before the majority see the comment. But I was too late because the majority did, and that's the only reason why I was notified the comment was there. And then I dealt with it. So, but yeah, like, really? Come on. Fuck's sakes. And the worst part about this is, he's an old man. He's an older guy. He's like probably older than my dad. And he goes and makes a comment like this, like, that really shows a lot of integrity. Yeah, really shows a lot of integrity of an individual. Just saying. My bloodshot? No, it's not. Okay, it just looks really weird on the viewfinder. Yeah. Oh yeah, got the steak going. Look at all the barbecue sauce onto it. Started doing that. I asked Dad what he used to do with the steaks. And he's like, well, I just doused them in barbecue sauce. And I was like, oh, frig yeah. And I found this shit in the fridge. Some Kraft Original barbecue sauce. You know, it's pretty high in sodium and carbs and stuff, but I don't give a shit. Frig it. It's got some iron. Iron's good for you. Makes you poo harder. But, or is that fiber? It's probably fiber. Anyway, but yeah, we got that all drilled on there. Barbecuing up nicely. We got the friggin' potatoes on the top. They're becoming potatoes. Well, they already were potatoes, but they're becoming better potatoes.
So anxious to have me some food because I'm freaking hungry big times.
It's kind of funny. On the weekend, I was chatting with Mom about, well, I'm getting my brother's elliptical as soon as we can get Dad's trailer out. And then I'm either looking at a Bowflex or just a regular flat weight bench, and I'll use free weights just to basically do some workouts in the house to try and build some muscle back up. And, you know, sometimes I have spare time on my hands. Why not go downstairs, put on something on Netflix, and just start fucking smashing plates, you know? And she's like, well, you know, those late night barbecues you do are probably not the best thing, though. Okay, I explained to her, I'm like, Mom, your day starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? She goes, yeah. I'm like, so theoretically, well, when she worked, her day started at, I'd say 6 o'clock in the morning. She got up, got ready, jumped on the bus at 7:30, got to work for 8:30, started at 9, worked till 5, jumped on the bus, got home by 6, and then, you know, we'd eat supper, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, she'd go to bed. 10, 11, somewhere around there, she'd go to bed. Where my day starts at 2:30 in the afternoon. I go to work from 4 till midnight, get off work at midnight, come home, have dinner, fuck around for the next 4 or 5 hours, and go to bed. So it's no different than her time schedule kept, than my time schedule kept. Still get my solid 8 hours of sleep, and it's the same thing. It's just I do most of my stuff when the sun's laid down, and she does most of her stuff when the sun's out shining. So that's why these late night barbecues, a lot of people say, oh, don't eat after 8 o'clock. Well, if you have a regular job that's 9 to 5, yes, I have to agree. Don't eat after 8 o'clock. But I'll have this for supper. I'll watch a bunch of Netflix, drink a whole shitload of water, you know, and go to bed by 5, 6 in the morning, wake up tomorrow at around 2, carry on with another day. So the way I run my schedule, because I work the night shift, is pretty good. It's pretty comparable to anybody working a day shift. Except for, like I say, the sun's hardly ever out when I'm up. And, well, it's out for a bit. It's out for 5 hours. Where a normal person working a 9 to 5, the sun's usually up the whole time they're up, except for the last 3 hours. It just, you know, it's a different shift. But when I was working the swing shifts, that was a bitch. 1 week of days, 1 week of nights. Coming onto that day shift, it took me until Wednesday to get a proper sleeping schedule. So I only got like 2 good real nights of sleep. It was brutal. But whatevs, it's the way she goes. And this meat is going great. Alrighty, well, we're done out here. Potatoes are just fuming. Steak is cooked. I'm going inside to eat. But before I do that, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's vlog. Talked about a little bit of troubleshooting etiquette and stuff and ethics and all that nonsense. And explained a little bit about a goof that gave me some troubles who I thought wasn't a goof but turned out to be a goof. So I guess Pug would call those vultures. So I let a vulture get me. And yeah, I'm going to shut her down here. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like button. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, whoosh, keep on vlogging.